13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Carr. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to pass, it's Chadwick. Snagged in the middle, it's Jacobs. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now they'll run it to the right here. Picks up the first down. At the 45 on his way. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. First down for the offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Finds the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Floating away. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going downfield for the big play. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Punt is on its way.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Another look at this Bulldog offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job on this defense staying with it.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Line is set on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Works the middle of the field. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have him staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hands it off. Oh, better look out. Sweet cut there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. The quick feed, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working on the right. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Hits it with a stiff arm. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision turning it on. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Golden. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. He'll throw on 3rd down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays with you.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 30 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for room. It's Pringle. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
To the air, it's Chadwick. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Now, a 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Kill.
He might want another play. On the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Canes moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Steps away to find some room. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Got a man, it's Moore. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
Georgia, 14.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in the coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over. Oh, he's got some space. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there are still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the air, it's Chadwick. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pulls it in on the left. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Dogs! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. On the run, it's Pringle. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll leave it with the lone back. There he goes. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Powers through the defender. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll go to the ground. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Okay, ready?
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking the shot. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first to keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
They want that clock to run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Could Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They'll come to the line first and goal with the lead and the clock working in their favor. Quickly complete. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Some would say run out of clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the number one team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt, but after that loss, I'm questioning whether they can even win their own conference. They got smacked around today.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters. Like in the committee's eyes, we always see like a convincing loss like this, a beatdown. Like this is not a good thing on your resume. A lot of time it ends up being an anchor that will keep you out of